In one word, what would you say?
Job.
Yeah, okay. Then I feel that you're about to embark on a new adventure where in your work world, and it starts off in a simple way and it's a stepping stone, and that's going to happen within 3 days, weeks, months, no longer, where there is a position that you'll apply for, it's offered to you, you'll go for your interviews, you'll do whatever it is that you need to do, and forward you go. But this is a stepping stone, and it's going to take you into a new level, and it could be what I want to say around... there's something connected here to world youth. So just put that in the pipeline, right? But it has to start back here. But it's like, oh, and you have the ability to go to the top of wherever it is you're going, and it'll be very successful. You're just starting. Your karma's finished and you're just starting. Woohoo. It's a wonderful period of time for you. So trust yourself and act accordingly. That's what I'm going to say. I feel you've got very powerful family members, and there is a lot of passion. Now, sometimes passion can turn red and sometimes it goes scarlet. When it's scarlet, it's beautiful. When it's red, it's anger, right? So the vibration is that sometimes we don't always see eye to eye with our whole family. Now, our whole family, those have come in by marriage and those who are the blood of, the energy is that you've all been together at another time in very strong influence connected to survival. So you're all there for each other. Do you understand what I mean by that? Mm-hmm. There is a very deep bond in the whole energy of your family, whether you see eye to eye with everyone all of the time or not. It's like a tribe, right? And it's very important, and you are completing a very important energy of support, and I love the feeling that I get. So there, you know, you can't just go overseas and forget about your grandmother or go interstate and forget about your mother. You're always in some way connected, okay? And it's very good. I love that feeling. It's like a loyalty. I love it. Just love it. Now, there's a very strong Leo person here. Do you know any Leos close by? Well, you can work it out later anyway, because sometimes when you're put on the spot, you can't remember who's who in the zoo, darling. I know what I'm like. So what we've got here is the energy of Leo. And this is the card of unconditional love. So there'll be unconditional message or opportunity or information given. And that's going to bring well-being, a lot of well-being. I feel, as I look at this, you can rest on your laurels. You've been in a bit of an anxious panic. And, you know, what's going to happen? Because what you've been trying to do, and when should I start, and what should I try for? Where will I go? What will I do? And I feel that you simply need to allow. It's going to present to you, or someone's going to say, why don't you try this? And out of that energy comes the balance. And this is the organisation. This King of Pentacles really relates to Saturn. So Saturn's going to show you the way, and he's going to become your benefactor. So you don't need to sweat the small stuff. It's going to come to you, and you will hold in your hand your destiny. But sometimes you can worry. Out comes the actual card of Saturn. So I'm going to say to you, Saturn now takes you into the vibration. You move forward, and it's going to be enormously rewarding. So wait, you don't have to run around with your leg in the air, worrying yourself silly about what it is that you're going to do. It's being taken care of as we speak now. And I feel within the next 3 months, your life just expands into what it now is meant to be. The limitations that have been around you, and there's been a few, now shift. Sometimes the limitations come from ourselves and our own attitude. That also is going to shift as soon as we've toned. And so it is. Don't take that the wrong way, darling. It's part of your persona to help, advise, guide, and give people the benefit of your knowledge. So if you're not sort of delegating and suggesting, well, maybe you could do this, then you'll feel inadequate in some way, and they don't want you to feel inadequate. So put your 2 bobs worth in, and it doesn't mean to say you're bossy because you want to support and help and tell. It's not. It's very positive, and so it is. You've been a little shy, darling, which is very unusual for a Sagittarian because they're usually out there saying, free soul, free spirit, I've got to do this and I've got to go there and I've got to do something. You know, and they jump in where angels fear to tread. But you've been influenced by Saturn, which has been your planetary karmic influence, because Saturn, Capricorns you'll find are more subdued and more... and they think before they do, and they are shy people, right? But Saggies aren't. So I'm going to say you're going to come into the full energy of your Saggy as soon as we tone. And you said, is there anything you can do? Well, being here is what you're doing. And this is the energy of the magician. Some practical magic and some miracles are going to happen around you. And what will happen to you, you will see as this is magical. This is a miracle that I'm feeling like this. Your charisma, which you've got a lot of, is now going to be activated. And see this card here? I love the way the cards come out. They're my babies. This is the card of Jupiter. Jupiter rules Saggy. And Jupiter is the card of expansion, good fortune, optimism and well-being, right? But you've had that in limitation. Now, when we tone, the card of the Fool comes. Now, the Fool doesn't mean you're going to fall on your face with egg on the back of your head. The Fool card means freedom in the moment and in what it is that you would like to do. So, perfect timing. And out comes this card here, which was the one down here that I said to you that this is the 12th card. And this is the vibration now of your spiritual sacrifice completed. So you can come into who you are and start to enjoy life in a different way and have more confidence and charisma. So wait upon the will of heaven, darling. And please do the reading I've suggested because I feel it will help you no end. And so it is. Anything to do with being in the moment, any of Eckhart Tolle's books or Esther and Jerry Hicks' books, The Law of Attraction, very important for you because that's where you are spiritually. And when you practice that spiritually, you're going to find your life is just different. Not better or worse, but different. And so it is. Stop worrying about the fact you don't have your work position yet. Don't tie yourself up in the past. The energy is that within 2 hours, days, weeks, months, I don't see it as years, right? You will be signing a little contract and there's a freeing up before August and you move forward into what we call the new work world. And this new work world is a stepping stone for your star to begin the energy. If you were going to say to me, do you think I should stay in Australia or go somewhere else, I would say right at this point in time, stay. You've got to ground the energy here for the moment, and this is where your relationship is too at the moment. So what the energy is saying here is that within this 12 months of the 4, the cornerstone, you'll put down a new foundation, you will get work, and you will start to set yourself up. And you'll wear with some support cloud, hands that come out of clouds, a divine intervention and support. Some support from the hierarchy brings you wearing the crown on the point of the sword of challenge. So I'm going to say give yourself time. You'll notice the changes within the next 3 months. During this period of time, there will be a position for you and you start a new journey. And so it is.